Good morning, good morning. Morning to everyone. Oh, even my lovely barky dogs. They get their morning treat for saying hello to you. How are you all? I can't believe it is almost February and all we've been working on Valentine's for so long. I'm thinking, how much longer do we work on Valentine's for? Because I can't wait to show you some spring things, including some really great things I got at my scrap chick recently. And they were having a winter sale, just sort of a weekend only. I hope you caught that. And also, if you guys are interested in SVG cuts, I think that they're still having a sale, 25% off or 30% off sale for Cupid. It didn't say which kind, whatever. If you are interested in the project we made yesterday, which was our pagodas, which I have put nestled between my orchid. Looks so cute. Wish you could see it. So it's a nice accent piece in your home. It doesn't have to just be for spring, but if you have like an orchid or something that's Asian inspired, then you could make a little tableau. I think that would be good. No, no, no. You already had your treats. You already had your treats. So today we're going back to Design Space and we're going to be making a llama card that is from Rob and Bob. And I know a lot of people are very interested in Rob and Bob. So, I like to do their cards a lot. And then what was the other thing? The the rest of the week, I'm a little jangly today, just because a few days after the week after chemo, I always get kind of like sick a little bit, like indigestion kind of thing, which can lead to other bad things. So that's what I'm struggling with this morning. But the rest of the week, we're going to be doing some more Valentine's. I'm going to be showing you something from Laurie Whitlock, some print and cut shadow box Valentine cards, which are really cute. And now that we all know how to do print and cut, there you go. And then on Friday, and I hope I'm going to be able to pull this off, but on Friday, I'm going to show you how to put together your own little DIY Valentine maker kit. I was thinking on Saturday, I'm going to be going to the downtown Peabody again, and they're having an eat ice cream for breakfast day on Saturday, which is the second or the third. So Wendy wanted to do a little craft down there, and I thought, oh, you know what I'll do is I'll put together a little make your own Valentine's. We'll cut up cardstock and we'll cut out certain shapes and things and put together a little box that we can give to someone. Maybe you have your grands living in a different state and you could send them to put them together themselves. It's better than those boxes from CVS or Walgreens, aren't they? Those things are like a postage stamp. They're so small. So, you know me, I like to make big things. So, here's what I ran into with this particular card. So here's the card. There's the finished card. You see, it says "My Love" with the double L's, and then it says "Llama, love you forever." And I thought, oh, that's just so cute. And I also, I can get real close so you can see, I have some embellishments on here, which I made using this stuff. It's called Pops of Color. pops of color, and it's in the glitter snowflake. So this reminds me of glitter glue. It's kind of dimensional glue. You do have to wait for it to dry, and it takes a little while to dry, but it will be dimensional on there. So Sarah, you can see the dimension of that. That's actually 2 times I went over that to make it that dimensional looking. Okay, let's start. Apologize. Let's start on where did I find this card and what did I do to change it. So I'm going to go ahead and group this together. And you can obviously grab this from my community profile in Cricut Community. I am there, Miss Rita to the rescue, and I welcome you. I share well, dozens and dozens, actually hundreds of projects are in Cricut Community from me. So some of I haven't gotten through them all, but when they first went live on that, I shared all of these files, these old files that I thought people would enjoy. Okay, all right, so let's go to images, which is over here, right? Images. And we're going to, this is what you get when you search images. And just, I know I always kind of breeze by this step, but this is a good place if you're just sort of like I was sitting here thinking, should I make a Groundhog Day card? I was like, I don't know if I should make one. I mean, I've never made one before, and it seems to come and go, and people delight in the whole groundhog thing, and it's happening this week. So I was sitting here, and I just thought, oh, I'll just go ahead and type in the name groundhog and see if some images come up. And I'm sure I will get images. In fact, 16,000 images. So there's some pretty funny looking groundhogs here. And I bet if I kept scrolling, I'd find something like a Puxatawny Phil or something like that. But anyway, the search, that's the search engine, right? You put in whatever you want to put in there. Like they suggest a dog wearing sunglasses. I'm more utilitarian, practical about my searches. I try to keep them to one word because I think search engines, having worked with search engines in the past, they can sometimes have trouble with 2 words. They return a lot more with 2 words unless you were to use like a plus sign or something, which I believe you can do here. So for instance, a plus sign would be dog plus glasses would yield you 49 images, and they would all be dogs with glasses, not either dogs or glasses. So if we did this again and we typed in dog space glasses. Now, note that we have 49 images, and then what do we get when we come back? 12,000 images. And yeah, the top part is all the dogs with glasses, but if you scroll on, you're going to find more and more will just be dogs or just be glasses, that sort of thing. But you know, maybe that's okay. That's just an old school thing to do for our searches. So maybe I'm wrong. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. So anyway, what we're going to go to is image sets. Okay, you be a good boy here, okay? I hear you doing something naughty behind my back. All right, so image sets are groups of images that are collected together as being similar in some way. Sometimes it's the artist, which is in this case, Rob and Bob is the designer, or you might have some Anna Griffin or Leah Griffith, or even Alexis Maddox and Teresa Collins. There are images from those designers that you could just type in their name. Other times you have to kind of guess as to what you think the image sets to be called. And a good example of that is Valentine's Day. So I came here to image sets, and I know that there are some image sets that are strictly Valentine's Day, but they don't have the word Valentine in them. And in fact, I know of one called Love Struck. So I'm going to actually type in the word struck, and there is my Love Struck. But if I didn't remember that it was called Love Struck, I could type in either Valentine, and I get 67 different image sets, or I could type in just love. Okay. And then I get 98. So there's more in this search than the other one. So if you're looking for things and you're in image sets, remember it's based on the image title. So unless the designer's name is in the title, then it won't pull up. Now we're going to go to Rob and Bob, the best of Rob and Bob. There are so many cards and projects that you can do with this image set alone all throughout the year. And so we've done some of these Halloween that really good, really fun, some Christmas, very like cutesy and snarky at the same time, very hipster sort of thing. And it's just fresh and clean, and I like them. So, they're fresh and clean. I have to keep giving the dogs the treats because he's starting to make noise when I don't give it to him. Anyway, there's a llama down here. There are a couple of llamas, but there's a llama down here that I really liked. But I didn't necessarily like the structure of the card. So it's actually right down here next to our very cute Yeti one, or abominable snowman. And so I'm going to just grab that and add it to our canvas. The thing I like about this card is that it's small, but that's also the thing that I generally don't work under those conditions. So I'm going to try to make this card bigger. So right now, this card, they've given you two little to and from, and they use that L thing again. I like you a lot, or love you lots, that sort of thing. And this becomes the card, which makes it really small. So these I'm not going to use. I'm just going to move them over here just as a reference. And then we've got our adorable llama that is three main colors, and then there are all of the little special, it's special clothing, I guess, or I don't know what they call that when a llama is dressed up like that. There must be something about it. I don't know. I just think llamas are really cute. I don't know the difference between a llama and an alpaca. And the only ones I've ever met are the ones over at Brooksby Farm. But they're just really cute. Up here we have sheep, lots of sheep. So we have our adorable llama, and I want to put him on a card so that on the front I have a sentiment, and then I can open it up and it be on the back. And in this particular case, that's what I created here. So let's first put in a circle, not a circle, a rounded square. Okay, so we're going over to shapes. And under shapes, you'll see that there are a number of choices we can make. We can do rectangle, which is rounded, or we can do square, which is rounded. I'm going to choose square rounded. And I'm going to make it a normal. I suppose that's normal's a weird word to say, but a regular size, size. So I think 5 inches. And this is going to be the base of our card. So because it's the base of our card, we need to duplicate it. So we have the fold over portion. So duplication comes up here. So I'm taking my square and duplicating it. Now what I want to do is put them together. So what I'm going to do is line them up here, but I'm going to make sure that there's a little tiny bit overlapping. Okay, just a little tiny bit. It won't shave off too much from your card, and you can still see those indents for the... Hey, what you doing? What you doing? Okay, you're okay. You can see the indents from the side of the card. All right, so now that we have the 2 pieces of the card, we can select them both. And now we can do something called weld, which is down here with combined. So when you click on combined down here, you can see weld is up top here. So we're going to weld this together. Now you see that line is no longer there, which means that's a cut line that we've erased. Okay, but we still want our card. I'm going to change the color of it too, to some pretty color that sort of matches the vibrance of this adorable llama. And then we also need to go back to shapes and pick up a score line, which we can make 5 inches long and then rotate 90 degrees and then place it in here and attach it. There's our card. Now, as for the, we don't have to do anything to change the llama except for size-wise. So right now, the card itself is 5.7 inches wide. It should really be 5 inches wide by 10 inches tall. And that will do it. Or maybe we should do it 6 inches wide. No, wait, what do I have it at? Yeah, 5 by 5. So it's a 5 by 5 inch card. So we need our llama to fit on there. Plus we need to add some text. So let's go over to text, and I will just type in my text, which was my love with 2 L's. And then on the inside, it says llama love you, LLAMA LLOVE. You. I'm gonna love you forever. Okay. And I'm going to do some manipulation of this. So I'm going to come up here and I'm going to check my bookmarked. And I believe that I wanted to use a BFC font for this. So I'm going to choose Llama Island, BFC Llama Island. I'm going to choose that. And let's see what it looks like. It's perfect. I love those E's. I love how the middle part of the E is down here in the bottom. Now what I can do is I can advancedly ungroup this to lines and start working on deciding where this should go and sizing and everything. I'm not going to get into a lot of sizing right now because I feel like that's enough on the computer stuff for this. But you know what we would do. We'd do all that sizing, making sure that they fit and everything like that. So here is our finished card. And we're going to be putting this together. So I did use, as I mentioned at the top, this called the Pops of Color. I got this at scrapbook.com. I'm not sure. It's possibly a scrapbook.com named, like a brand name. But it's like basically glitter glue. If you have glitter glue, it takes a while to dry, but when it does dry, if you put it in on dimensionally, it will make a nice dimension there. So let's put together our card here. So let's see what we got. Well, we've got our card bases. Let's do that first. So here's the base of the card folded in half. And then we have this here. Now I put this on the front because I thought it would look kind of cool, like give a little bit of background color to the llama. But then I was thinking, well, I don't know, should I just have the pink and just the green be the background instead of the white? But I don't know. That's one thing you're going to decide on, okay? So we're going to just go ahead and start gluing pieces onto the card. So we have Groundhog Day coming up. We have, which is what, Friday, and then we also have the Lunar New Year coming, which is next, the Saturday after this one. I think that's the 10th. Then we have Valentine's Day, and then we have President's Day, and what else? Then Easter's in March this year, March 31st. So I think since Easter's in March and everything, and we're all heading into February, that we should start doing some. Oh, and I forgot St. Patrick's Day, and spring, just in general. And there are all kinds of festivals like May Day and Ostera and things like that to celebrate the coming of spring. We don't get spring the way that you guys get spring. We have longer winters up here than you. That's okay. We get our spring. It's usually fairly short before it starts turning into summer, but most of April and May are spring. Most of it. And hopefully it won't be too rainy this year. Because I want to get out and walk. Now that I am able to walk, I need to start practicing that walking. All right, and then we've got these two pieces. Do I not have the oh, I do. I'm counting wrong again. All right. So, there we go. Now let's work on the llama. We can work on the sentiment later. But so the llama consists of 3 pieces: the black, the pink, and then the white. And then he has on all his little, I'm going to call them accoutrements, because I don't know what they are. They're usually like, I know, I've seen them. I just don't know what they're called. So I'm going to get all those little, the saddle part. And there's 2 parts of the saddle. And then there are these heart shapes. There's a heart. And then there are these adorable but very small little bells, jangles that they wear, which I think is adorable. And the way that they've done these is that one has double the little jangle, and so it's every other, like that. So here's my blue. Blue and pink. Obviously, this lends itself to some creative license, because who are we to tell you that they must be this color or that color? I was thinking green was missing, because I remember seeing a lot of green on those things. Someone's going to do a little research about alpacas, which that will probably be me. So we're going to start putting the llama together. So we get the white piece on the top. The only llamas that I've seen in real life, and I used to go to sheep festivals, but they just were not super popular up here in terms of back then in the 80s and 90s. That was just about sheep, and now I think there's a lot more of different alternative um, sources for, like, fiber. It could be fiber, like for instance bamboo yarn, or something made out of linen, which is a fiber, is a plant, versus from a so this is why some people who are vegan won't wear wool, I think. But it's a byproduct, and if you don't cut it off, the that poor sheep just dies of the weight of all of the fur on him. So the sheep need the men or the people to help him survive, and then in turn they give up their wool for the people. So, all right. I think that that's the way that it was supposed to be, intended to be. But that's my opinion. Doesn't have to be your opinion. All right. This dog has got to be... Why are you so hungry today? Oh, you're just needy. You're just needy? But I'm using my hands right now. I know. It snowed a little tiny bit last night. Whoops. That doesn't seem right. Wait a second now. Is that right? That's right. Okay. Okay. I'm quiet when I'm thinking, right? That's an interesting thing. When I'm thinking, I'm quiet, and when I'm talking, I'm not thinking then? Is that it? Okay, so these are rather uh, time consuming and also a little frustrating if you are not working with little pieces all the time. You'll note that I am using my tweezers. These are just plain old Cricut tweezers. I have another pair that I really like better that are the tension is released when you push it in rather than the tension being there when you push it in on these regular ones. But they do the trick. We can also use this thing, which is called a pickup stick or quick stick by We Are Memory Keepers. And I do like this one. It has like a little wax thing there, so that holds the piece. Yes. So you see what I'm doing is the ones that have more I'm putting on the bottom, and the ones that have less I put on the top, and they should all be the same. Yep. Oh, oh. Well, there you go. I'm gonna need this. All right. And just a couple more. So this, we're just going to make sure it goes on correctly. I love this color combination. My sister, she doesn't like it very much, but it's bright bright pink, like almost like a watermelon pink, and orange. I know orange isn't a big favorite of a lot of people, but I've always liked that combination. So I like how it's turning out. So this takes a little more patience. And if you're up for like some quickie cards, I'm going to show you where you can find about 40 different cards. Maybe one of the cards that I have made isn't your cup of tea. Maybe you just want something quick or easy to do. That's what we're going to work on. We're going to work on easy cards to make if you wanted to make a bunch of them. And these were like the precursors to the insert cards. So they're kind of fashioned the same way as an insert card. But instead of an insert, well, maybe I can work on showing you how to do that insert part. How to transform those cards. That might be a good idea. That's going to take me longer. Well, there we go. All right. So our llama is almost done, except I want to put those special drops on there. So remember I told you when I did mine, I came back and did them twice. I also did the ears and the cheek there. So just to have a little bit of glitter. So if you're the kind of person that just needs glitter in your life, which I happen to be one of those people, and I think because I can't wear glitter anymore, I use it a lot in my crafts. But what I'm going to do is just put a little dot of this. Again, it's called Pops of Color. And it comes in different colors, obviously. But you see I'm making it sort of like an ice cream, uh, the top of the ice cream cone, so that there's dimension there as the glue dries. All right. And we're going to put this aside just briefly and do the rest of our card. All right. I'm not going to do this one here just because you get the idea of this, right? They have a nice smell to them. Okay. Our cards have, I have cut out the sayings in vinyl. And so we can play around with how this is going to go. I think that the llama, I don't want to touch it too much, is going to go on here. He's going to be almost as big as the card himself. And so we'll put the My Love here on the left-hand side. I've already put transfer tape on this. And I'm just burnishing it because I want it to come off nice and clean. Okay. Remember what I told you about working with vinyl on cardstock? You don't want your transfer tape to kind of just sit there because it could take off the top layer of your paper, and it just ruins the card when it does that. The paper layer, just kind of like the top part of the layer. So I try to use less force on getting it on there than the other way. All right, and here's this other one, Llama, Love You Forever. Oh, I think I already burnished this one so that it would all come off in one piece. I did. All right, let's see. Yeah, I can see a little tiny bit there. So this is the inside of a piece of basil cardstock. I noticed that it does that a little tiny bit with the basil. Because it's the textured kind of basil paper. I think this is the one in the color Aruba. Man, wouldn't I love to go to Aruba again? What a nice place that was. Okay, so see, this is what I'm talking about. So you have to be kind of careful. I tend to like to do iron-on instead of vinyl, but I run out of vinyl. I mean, I run out of iron-on, never run out of vinyl. All right, so there's our llama, and let's give him also a little bit of popping up, which we have to be careful about when we do this because he's still got some things. I didn't think about that, you know. Well, 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 well. All right. Or I could wait until this is dry and then put him on there. And that's what I think I will do. But here is our final project, My Love, with the dimensional pop of color, which is in the color Glitter. snowflake, glitter snowflake. All right, my love. Llama, love you forever. And that is today's project. I know there's an R on my finger. That was from yesterday. A wobble might be awesome. So Leslie's saying maybe a wobble on them. I have another one to put together, so maybe I'll choose a wobble next time. So that would be fun. I know. That's to remind me to pronounce my R's. No, really, I was playing around with some vinyl yesterday and it was an R that came off from here. Yep, we don't pronounce our R's up here. It's the way it should be. uh, anyway, so that is today's project. How we doing? We got a 40, more than 40 people on. I know a lot of people, they don't stay at the end, but I like to do a little bit of talking at the end, figuring if you've made it this far, maybe you want to stay. So anyway, I'm trying to decide what to do for tomorrow. I really want to do these shadow box cards, but check your finger for the R in forever. I know, right? I think it was on, I don't know, it must have been, oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Loretta. So I've got my R here. How am I going to get it off of my hurt boo-boo finger? There we go. Whoop. Wow, you have really good eyes, Loretta. All right. Okay. I got the whole thing. It's not that long. That's so funny. Thank you, Loretta. So okay, I'm not sure what I'm going to do tomorrow, but I should be back tomorrow. I don't have anything going on until the afternoon, so I'll come back tomorrow with an all new program. Hey, you know what? I have over a thousand videos that I've done over the course of the last 4 years. So if you miss something, you can go to my channel at Miss Rita to the Rescue on YouTube. And you have to press some buttons, but you can look at playlists that I've kept where, you can look at all the Valentine's things or all the fall things all together in a playlist. Those are fun. And I actually like to go and listen to other people create while I'm creating because I just like hearing their voice. Like especially like Leo. And I like Cindy G from My Scrap Chick. She's very faint the way she talks, and I like that. And then I compare it to how I'm gonna present it and that sort of thing. I shouldn't have done that. So that that's how I work. I don't know how you guys work. Do you work alongside with me? Or do you just come to watch or maybe just listen? I think some people just listen, you know. They're doing their thing and they're just listening. I don't know. But it would be good to know. The sticker show. Yeah. So the sticker show was really good and actually got me thinking about another project to do that we had already done with Print Then Cut, but with the sticker thing. So I started playing around with something like that. And yeah, it was, that was a good show. And stickers, they're actually not difficult, but you have to understand how you're cutting them. And as Jamie pointed out, I'd have to choose a kiss cut, but with a die cut border. And so I went through and did a whole bunch of those, and I think that that's going to work out nicely. So I was thinking I would show you that. And I want to show you, because I have the Make Your Own Valentine coming up from downtown Peabody. We, I don't know what I was going to say. Because I have that, and we're doing a craft called Make Your Own Valentine. And they're going to come in to create an escape and do some drawing or stamping or writing and making their own Valentines. So I was thinking about using the stickers in that part of the project as well. So I think I might do that. So anyway, so that's all I have for you today. I hope you're having a good one, and I hope that it's sunny and warm where you are. Send the sun. We need it, and we need it very badly. All right. Thank you, everybody. I listen when I'm at work. Oh, that's so nice. Thank you, Luna. Yes, I love Leo. You usually watch and then create your own. That's good. Yeah. I think that my teaching skills, like the way that I do it, it sort of lends itself like one and done. Like a lot of times when I'm watching somebody else's video, they take the right amount of time, and I think Leo's a good one. Take a right amount of time to really tell you every single step. Some others are very short with their steps, you know, and some of them don't have them at all. Like a lot of Laurie's projects don't have instructions, and I've had to figure them out. And who knows if I figured them out correctly, but I tried, because she had some pretty cute things. All right, that's done for me. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, and thank you. Thank you. Oh, hi, Babs. Babs, who knows my little teddy bear. Teddy bear is going to the vet tomorrow because he, he needs a little checkup. His ears are dirty, and he won't let me touch them, and a few little things when they get older. You know, there's a lot more maintenance when you get older. Just remember that, you know, and give us older people some credit for having maintained for so long. I think that's important. All right. Talk to you all later. Bye.